Hey there, and welcome to another free tutorial video brought to you by rcnightmare.com. Today we're going to be taking a look at what is bashing. It's kind of a slang term thrown around in the RC world, and most people know exactly what it means. But today we're going to go through a couple of the basics for people who are new to the hobby or people looking for a little more clarification. Basically, bashing is racing without rules or regulations. It's uninhibited. You do it where you want, when you want. It's totally casual and non-competitive. While you can't compete with your friends, this is something that we like to do. It's not formally competitive. It lacks the safety of the track in some cases, depending on where you race. And there are a lot of fun things you can do with bashing, like car tag and demo derbies and all sorts of things with your friends or other people interested in the RC. Bashing isn't just a one-person thing. Where to bash? This is the beauty of bashing, really. It's anywhere. It's your front yard, it's your backyard, it's in the street, it's in the school parking lot, it's at the beach. It's really anywhere you want to go, anywhere you can get your RC without getting in too much trouble. You can get out there and burn through a couple batteries if you're electric, or a couple tanks of fuel if you run out of nitro. It's really anywhere. It's in a public park. All these things. This is a huge advantage to bashing, especially if you don't know a lot of other people in the hobby. It keeps you busy, going new places, driving new places, trying new terrains, gravel, dirt, grass, whatever you want. It's all open to you if you're a basher. What to bash? When a lot of people get into the RC hobby, they ask me, what truck to get or what car to get. And it kind of comes down to whether you want to bash or race. Now, I run a Slash, and so I both bash with it and race with it. This isn't always the case when it comes to certain cars and things like that that just aren't built to take the beating that can come across, or that your car can take in a hard bashing session. But basically, you can use any truck or car or two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, monster truck, anything you want. Some important things when you're choosing something for bashing, though, is you want to pay attention to durability. You want to make sure it's something that isn't going to fall apart on you. A lot of street cars like that, they're just not built for this sort of thing. And also you want to make sure that spare parts are readily available. If you have a local hobby shop, maybe you need to go down there for a little bit and see what parts they carry. Read the forums and see what the most common parts people break are. And this will help you determine a little bit better, okay, can you get the parts when you break it? Because there's nothing worse than breaking a $4 part and having to pay $10 in shipping to get it sent to your house. Or even worse than that, having to wait a week or two to get back out there and enjoy some bashing. So keep those things in mind when you're deciding what vehicle you want to bash. There are a couple of pros and cons when it comes to bashing. One of the obvious ones is the fact that you can pretty much do it anywhere, anytime you want. Night or day, skate parks, anywhere you want to take your RC, you can take it out and have fun. It's casual and fun and non-competitive, so it's kind of stress-free. If you just want to get out there and race around and hit some sweet jumps or race hard with your friends, it's all there for you. Then there's no restrictions either with bashing. If your car's capable of handling it, you can throw in a 3S or a 4S LiPo and really hook up some blazing speeds. If you're more into racing, you're going to be running a 2S LiPo all the time because that's what regulations allow. There's also loads of cool games and contests that you can do when it comes to bashing. This is what I'm talking about earlier when I talked about demo derby and tag, and you can set up your own backyard track and do time trials. All this stuff is what I would consider bashing, and it's all super fun. Some of the other drawbacks to it is it can be lonely. I don't mean that in kind of a sad way, but you can be out bashing by yourself, and it's not always a big team event or sport, and so things can be, I don't know, somewhat. It's not quite as exciting as going down to the track and hooking up with 20, 30 people who are all into the same thing, and you're all trying to accomplish the same goal. And also, it can be limited in locations and space. By the same token of, as I said earlier, you can kind of do it wherever you want, whenever you want. Maybe you live in the city and there's not a lot of places that you know of, or there's not a lot of places you can go to just race your RC around. Some people, the local track is their only option as far as where they can race their RC. I mean, most of them are too big to run inside, and you want a large open area, whether it be a road or a cul-de-sac or whatever. If you don't have these available to you, but you have a track, maybe getting into racing is better. Sure, you can spend some time bashing around in practice sessions at the local hobby shops or your local tracks, but you might be better off in that case getting into racing. Again, it's all about what you're into, what you like to do. Do you like to take huge jumps, or do things like demo derby and just hang out with your friends and have fun, or are you more into the competitive side? While bashing can mix the competitive side and the fun side, it's not quite the pure satisfaction that you get taking first place at a race, or tuning up your car to stock spec and beating the competition. So that's really what bashing is, and hopefully that will help clarify some things for people who are new to the hobby or people who have questions about it. And if you like this video or you have any other questions at all, feel free to subscribe to our channel. That would help us out a lot. And check out our free RC support forum at rcnightmare.com, where we've got moderators and, of course, the admins like myself in there almost all hours of the day, 7 days a week. And, in summary, bashing can be a lot of fun. It's important, too, to remember to be thoughtful and respectful. RC is not a cheap hobby. It can be expensive, especially if you're bashing at the track. This is a place that we like to bash a little bit, and there can be people out on the track that don't exactly care for you running their truck off the road, or getting too aggressive and causing an accident. So, and even in your backyard, if you're racing with people, make sure that everyone's real clear about what's cool and what's not. You don't want to have hard feelings over a broken A-arm. And choose the right RC if you want to get into bashing. You can post comments below. We get this question all the time, so we can provide a lot of feedback in terms of which RC is the best for bashing. And like I said, if you're at the track, you want to be careful and just kind of talk to people and see what they're into. And if you're into bashing, typically bashing and racing RCs aren't the same thing. So you're going to want to do your research and to decide on something that's really versatile and strong, so you can have the most amount of fun. And that's it for this bashing tutorial, and we hope that helped clears up a lot of things for you bashers out there. And as bashers ourselves, we hope to see you out there wreaking havoc.